What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Bitcoin 50,000. Interesting. We're gonna take a look at the chart. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at the CPI numbers that came out today, what they were, and more importantly, what I think the impacts are, how they could affect the market going forward in the short term and the long term outlook, timeframes, essentially timeframes. All right, we're gonna take a look at timeframes, how it could affect the when the bull run will be. Okay, so, and then we will take a look at altcoin charts as well. Before the CPI number, things were looking a lot greener. Either way, we're still up a good chunk. Let's see what things look like. And so without further ado, let's do this. CPI number. So this is what I'm thinking here. With these CPI numbers, now they're saying cuts in June. They were saying cuts earlier. I'm thinking maybe July, or maybe I'm wrong, but my guess is still July. And it could also mean that the bull run happens in 2025, late 2025, as I've also mentioned, because a lot of the time it depends on when these rate cuts happen. Okay, now CPI came in at 3.1 against the forecast of 2.9, and core CPI was at 3.9 against the forecast of 3.7. How did markets react? Let's take a look at. Well, let's look at this. Let's look at this thing, so at least we won't feel horrible about things. Look at this beautiful green candle for the month of February. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now let's go to the so you can have some type of perspective. Will this body last? We have a long way to go before this candle closes. So I mean, where could this body end up being? Could it be down here? Could it be down here? Could it be red? I mean, we still got a long ways to go. Remember how this one was looking towards the end of the month. The previous one in January, it looked like we were gonna have a red candle basically the whole month until the end. It came back. So I mean, it could be that but I don't think so. Now this looks like a continuation, because look at this. This whole body is almost filling up this whole big wick. Okay, ETFs are having an effect, and this is with a lot of sell pressure from retail, from richer people as well, more than retail, but just these institutions and ultra rich too. But just these institutions from ETFs, the buying, we're at like 48,000 guys. Okay, now CPI will affect it probably, as I mentioned there, with regards to when those rate cuts happen. Now it could be June or July. We go through like a period, historically speaking, we go through like a period of 6 months of like a correction, and then things start getting better, markets start improving and start going on a big run usually. Okay, which coincides with the 4-year theory. And now let's look at the daily. Okay, so that's like what I think could happen with the CPI. Now closer to now, we've had days and days of green, guys. Boom. All right, 50, and now it looks like we got rejected. Now a big part of it also was that news event, the CPI that came out worse than expected. Okay, so let's see what that effect has. Maybe tomorrow we shake it off, but we need to have some type of red day, right? I mean, look at all these days: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be 9. So yeah, maybe we do just play in this triangle, about even above or below it. You know, trying to make another attempt at 50, seeing how the markets react as far as the CPI thing. Let's take a look at actually how the rest of the markets reacted. The dollar. This is bearish. Dollar going up, breaking through right here. Very strong. That's very bearish. Let's see if it retraces. Dow Jones is taking it in stride, which is good. We want that. Nasdaq, not so much. S&P 500 holding on. A little red, but holding on. So, let's look at the bonds. Important bonds. This is bearish. That's the 2-year. What is it? Yeah, that's the 2-year. And this is the 10-year. And that's also bearish. 5 is probably the same. Yeah, that's 5. Okay. There you go, guys. BTC dominance, rejection from here. I think we were already getting rejected, and now this news kind of rejected it a little more. I mean, could this be it? This is the total 3. This is the altcoins. Look at this beautiful run up. Boom, boom, boom. One red day, run up, and then today CPI. See, this morning was actually greener. See, and look what a difference just a few hours makes in these markets. Either way, because of this move up, my portfolio is looking better. I imagine yours too. And this is an opportunity if you have capital and you've been looking to get in. If you want to get in during red days, during something like this, an opportunity. Okay, so now the market has to just readjust its pricing, readjust its expectations, right? Before a rate cut happens, and it will, and then it'll just forget about it, like a lot of us do, forget about the pain and then start moving upwards again. Okay, my bias is towards the upside is, well, if you don't know, now you know. My bias is towards the upside, but let's see. Do we come back here and test? The areas of testing, 47,340. If we lose that, then the next area I would say around 44,754 areas of support, possibly. But do we stay around here first? You know, do we stay around this 50,000 and then this ascending line right here, which is today is at 49,159. All right, let's see. Or do we come back to 48,000s into the 47s? We'll see. Time will tell. Either way, it's good if you are accumulating. All right. And now let's go back really quickly, just so you don't get all depressed or anything, and just take a look, get some perspective on things. Look at how we've just been going up, and look at this beauty. This is a big green candle, right? This is on the weekly, okay? The week of February 5. All right, so maybe it's just a little body like this. All right, if you look at it this way, and we could just start doing something like this now. Boom, right here. Bodies here, maybe wicks up and down both sides, right? But bodies generally in this area. Could be. We could do a little bit of sideways consolidation for the next couple of weeks. All right, so that's what that looks like, and that's what happens is accumulation. All right, that's your chance to accumulate. And remember, Bitcoin halving is right here, April, between the 14th and the 18th, guys. And so this is your chance to really get in. After that, I honestly would recommend not to do it. Okay, and so why do we buy the dip? So let's take a look at that. Let's look at the charts of you buy the dips when we're in a bull market. And you know, again, go back to the month. Are we in a bull market? How many months of green have we seen? 3, 4, 6 months of green. Are we in a bull market, guys? I would say yes. And so the bias is towards the upside. And that's why we buy the dips, because the bet would be that eventually it's going to go up, even though we could go sideways for a while, like we have been recently, right? With the altcoins consolidating, right? Although Total 3 recent now started going up, and we could see that before today. So obviously we're going to have to, we can see that, for example, Trias was starting to get out of here, right? Starting to try to get above this line for the first time since December. All right, since the beginning of December. Veracity also was moving up, finally bouncing off of this ascending channel. That's a good example of Veracity, and it has to, because it has to catch up with the rest of the market in comparison to price and everything and performance. Landshare hasn't done anything, so Landshare is kind of a laggard, is what I've noticed. So you always keep that in mind to say, okay, because it does then move, right? As we see here. So we see the rest of the market taking off. You can probably bet if Landshare hasn't, that eventually it will, and it'll probably do it towards the end of that little rally that altcoins can have. Relio was looking like it was ready to get out of here, and it still kind of is, isn't it? It's getting out of this zone. So let's see if it just isn't stair stepping before a nice little pump to $1. WattsPay, I checked this out, and this is actually just traders doing trader things. There was actually a good AMA that came out, and surprisingly the price went down like this, regarding the movements of the project and its progression. Okay, so they're coming up with a license, everything that they're doing that they wanted to do, they are actually progressing in. They gave an update to the community. The community seems very bullish on what came out, but the price happened to drop, and so this is actually, I would say, a good buying opportunity for what I think is going to be a good project, and it's going to be a good performer in this coming bull run. I want to be prepared for the bull run, guys. Well, take a look. Nakamoto Games is one I wanted to bring to your attention, because Nakamoto Games has been moving lately, right? $1.85 retrace from $1.93, and it moves relatively quick, right? this is a great example of a breakout, how I see it, because remember we were I was talking about it and we were just right above here, right? And if we could break out there, then I'd say we have a lot of green ahead of us. So it looks like we are breaking out of there. We've gone up over, we tested it 2 days and now we're coming back up. That's very positive. Nakamoto Games, I mean, I would put money right here on these levels and just kind of ride it up and make some capital and put it into other projects that maybe have lower market cap, because Nakamoto Games is pretty high up there in market cap relative to what I like to be in, which is like low caps and I guess micro caps you could call them. And I mean, I'd like to be into like around a million or between a million and 10 million. Okay, so Tectum is also, relatively speaking, a larger market cap, but still small by others standards. I think Tectum's like 100 million market cap or 80 million market cap. Right, so it has moved, and this right here. So if you're looking for a good 50 to 80x play, I think Tectum would be one to look at. And this right here is really coiling up, guys. Really coiling up. I expect Tectum's next move to be relatively strong, and we're having a red day, and it really hasn't really moved compared to an example like a Naka, which has. Okay, you always take note of the movers, the early movers, when during a move up or a parabolic move up, you know, some tokens go, and which ones are late to the party. Okay. Carrot, red day. I mean, this one would be a good buy at this area, 0.014. Look at Compete. Nice green up, right? From here, I was thinking maybe it's going to come back here and test it. Nope. This was your best opportunity to catch that. Boom. For now, let's see if it comes back down. But this is good to see. Good strength from Compete. I thought it is a good game. Sinverse. Thankfully, Sinverse is looking like Wix, but body's also up. Green. Last 3 days green and relatively strong. This project I think can move quick. When it does move, I think it can move quick. It has moved quick once it stops dropping. So yes, Inverse, man, they're doing all the right things. This project I think is fundamentally sound, and that says a lot. That's good, and eventually the technicals will catch up. And right now, the technicals, wow, that was a really slow grow. Transition. And right now the technicals are looking good for Sin, by the way. Approaching a penny. Let's see if we try to get to a penny and see what happens if we get rejected or we break through. If we break through, that'll be very bullish. I'd be very happy to see that. Time will tell. Sinverse. Let's see what else did I want to bring your attention. We talked about OREI recently. Let's see what OREI has done. I don't know why this is lagging. Not much. Maybe it's going to be a laggard. Uno is one that I saw was moving up finally above its highs, and this for Uno is moving up. At least it's kind of like what is that right here? It's doing that, all right, coming up slowly like a kind of a U shape or a bowl shape. I think we're going to be trying to see if we can get back into this area that we had for quite a while sideways. 0.038. Right now, I guess I could sell, and I would sell at no loss and maybe a slight profit. But I'm gonna hold on. We're at the lows right here. It would be really stupid for me to sell, honestly. If I could sell up here more, and I don't think I'd have to wait too long to even sell up here. But fundamentally, this project I think is also interesting. I was thinking about this project I was running today. I don't even know why. I'm crazy. Oh man, this delay stuff, I hate it. Stobox. After a few days run up, right after this big drop, a few days run up now, little drop right here. Should we start doing some type of consolidation around this area, before eventually moving up? Yeah, possible. Stobox is a great project, by the way. If you don't know Stobox. Next, UBXS, another real world asset play. I'm heavy real world asset plays above this. We're below this ascending line. Eventually, I think we're gonna get above this line. Predify. UBXS prices at 5 cents, and I think it's actually at a good buy at 5 cents, because comparably, where I think I have a good buy. It's at 0.04, so it's not really too much above this. It's a very low cap play. It's a very low cap play, but I think it's going to do well. It's a real asset play. Credifi is also one. I haven't talked too much about Credifi recently because Credifi has just been doing the same thing, just essentially sideways, right? Eventually this will move up because I think it is a good project, good team, again, good fundamentals. I like to buy projects that have good fundamentals. Although I've done okay, mixed bag with meme coins and other riskier plays, I've also been killed with other riskier plays. So I mean, what I'm good at is identifying good projects and just riding them for the bull run. And what I need to get better at is taking those profits, and I will get better for this one. Prop S, another one I just talked about. Underperform, I'll give you an underperformer. USA, the token, dead press, I expected better. It's at $1.12 for me at my buy. It's at 42 cents. But I would have DCA'd. It's just harder to do it on a Uniswap, for example, to do my strategy. So it's harder because I have to avoid excessive fees. I have to throw in more money than I normally do as far as when I go in a position, and that has adverse effects, as you can see here. All right, Redato, another one. This is another Gamblify play. So I wanted to get some type of exposure to Gamblify play. USA, dead press, it was one, and then RDT, Redato. This is my average buy, 5 cents, and it's at 0.38, going down this descending line. It's not a bad project, but we'll see what happens. And these last two, last two, this one, Gamercoin, GHX, which have been recent additions into my portfolio that I've mentioned to you guys. Got in at 2 cents, and it's at 0.05. I'm waiting for a consolidation. Because I would like to add more money into Gamercoin GHX. Interesting play. And another one that I've been accumulating and trying to get as well positioned as possible is Soonverse, another gameplay. This is one that I've recently picked up as well. And I think I have a pretty decent accumulation point, a hodl bag at a decent price where I think from here it could hopefully 100x. It's like a million something market cap, and even a smaller one, Aventus Metaverse. Okay, and I'm just seeing what it's going to do here. Is it going to lose this? Are we going to drop a little lower before I put in? I have a small amount in it because it's the market cap is tiny. This is a micro cap, so. But I think it's interesting. Community is interesting, and I got an interesting feeling about it. And so that's that. So we went over what the markets are kind of looking like, guys. There's still opportunity. It'll be interesting to see where Bitcoin finds its level, right? Now that it's moved up, to see how much it gives back, and then where it kind of stays moving laterally. During that time, we could probably see the altcoins, once Bitcoin decides to move more laterally, we could probably see the altcoins start to grind up as well and catch up. The altcoins have to catch up to Bitcoin eventually. Historically they have. All right, so that's where we make our money. All right, guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. I want to grow this channel, and you guys can help me do it. I'm trying to give you as best content, as good information as I possibly can. It's the information that I look at, that I use to make decisions, and I share that with you, as well as my tokens, the cryptos that I'm into, that I like, that I look at, that I think are going to do well in the next bull run. That's it. We just want to make money for this we just want to get paid in this next bull run. That's my goal. Anyways, guys, if you can, again, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Thanks again. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.